In this video, I'm going to attempt to go over all of the new strategies and any new benefits that have been discovered even just over the last couple of days here. There's a lot of new stuff for this farm. It does take the same general form as even the guides going back 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, but I just noticed that there's really not a whole lot of modern strategies available on YouTube. There's clearly people that are looking for ways to farm triple O, so that's what I'm going to attempt to go through here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to load in game. I'm going to just farm him at OP10 on my Maya. I've got a speed build going, so we'll be able to get around quickly, but the first thing that I want to focus on is the newest discovery, which is that you can actually boost triple O to give you a guaranteed Seraph from Vora's Seraph pool, and the reason for that is this pool is shared between Vora and triple O. So if I dump it here, I need to go into the menu so I can actually show it off with my cursor. We've got this Sage. Sage is just the Hammerlock DLC. It's the code word for it. Pink weapons. This is a 2% drop pool. This particular pool has the Leadstorm, the Interfacer, the Infection, and the Hawkeye. There's also this 10%, it doesn't show the number here, it just has the Boss Uniques Resolver, which is the common 10% resolver used for pretty much all boss pools. And this is actually legendary class mods, but it does not include Gage and Krieg, so that's something to keep in mind. As you can see, we get a lot of random gear, purples, blues, non-uniques, money, iridium, ammo, health, all the good stuff. But the way that they actually give Vora his guaranteed Seraphs, we go into Candle Rack in UVHM. This is all it takes. You just go into Candle Rack in UVHM. I'm going to redump the same pool. We'll see a 37 appear. And that line 37 there is Pink Weapons Revised. That is the guaranteed Seraph pool for Vora. Now, if you drop down to a lower mode, this will go away if you're still in this map. If you leave the map, you can drop to a lower mode, you can switch characters, you can save quit, you can do anything you want. The only way that this will leave this pool is if you come into this map in a lower mode or if you fully quit out of the game. Then you'll need to come back to add this to the pool. So that's it, we just came here, now we're going to travel back. Huge shoutouts though to Justin99 for discovering this, because this is great that you can have a 50% chance for an Interfacer and a 33% for the Twister. So we're going to go ahead and show off now how to actually set up for the farm. And to do that, we're going to go back to Hunter's Grotto, not to the lodge, but rather to the one on top of the hill here. This is going to quickly get us over to, we've got to fill 4 totems with Iridium. If you don't have a lot of Iridium on hand, speaking of which, I probably should have checked this already, but okay, I'm good. If you don't have a lot of Iridium on hand, I would recommend, especially if you have made it to UVHM, just go do normal mode dragons. Even if you haven't done Tina DLC in normal mode, it's totally worth it just to have that farm unlocked. Now, importantly, during this part, you can't save quit. When you're filling these with Iridium, like that just goes away if you save quit. So you need to make sure that you fill all 4 of these and don't save quit from this point on. You can save quit before, again, even after you've manipulated the pool, so that way triple O will spawn and always have the Interfacer or Hawkeye. So now we're going to set up for the farm a little bit, and you want to take kind of a wide path around that camp so you don't trigger the spawns too much. And we're just going to set a boat here. You can pick whichever boat you want, but try to do whichever one you think will be easier to remember the order of, because you're going to want to leave one boat here. I like to take it a little bit out in the water. Some people like to leave it right on the platform. And then you're going to respawn your other boat. We're going to actually take that one over to where we're going to do the farm. One thing you need to be careful about here is the drifters. Those enemies can be pretty annoying for this farm. I just keep like a Lady Fist and a bee ready to take them out. If you're farming in a lower mode, you can pretty easily take them out with the bee in a car. But typically you'll see when they spawn, I will hop out and use a bee to kill them. But we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit here, so first thing we got to do is come over to this lever. So this is part of the Dexy spawn. If you've ever fought Dexy, or if you've ever watched a guide on how to spawn Dexy, then you know that this is all part of that. So now we're going to get into a little fight here. I'm just going to use the bee for time and simplicity, but I'll probably just skip this part in the recording. So, as soon as we kill these guys, hopefully we'll be on to our correct round. Basically, what's going to happen here is we're going to get 2 badass witch doctors and 3 badass savages. You typically won't see badass savages
Please stop.
at this point in the fight. But if you do, just be very careful that there aren't 3 of them when you kill the guy. You might be killing the round that you need.
You stop.
Okay, there we go. Let's see. Is this gonna be the right round? If it's the right round, we'd run grab our boat. Yep. Okay, I see the badass savages. The witch doctors, like I said, will not spawn right away. Now the way that this is going to work is these witch doctors are going to rank up the badass savages. Sometimes they'll spawn in, do a little dance, and then try to rank everybody up. Other times, they will not do that when they spawn in, but they will always do it after a tornado. So you can see there the witch doctor's tornadoing, so when he's done he will go try to rank up the enemies. I don't have to get out of my car because they took care of that drifter on their own. If you're in a lower mode, drifters are even more necessary to take out quickly. Okay, see this guy. Okay, I guess that guy was behind, so we're gonna wait for this guy one more round. But basically, these witch doctors, they'll always try to rank the enemy up after they finish a tornado. If they are going to try to rank up too close to one another, you can hit one with a boat to stagger it, and I'll show that off during a future run here. You gotta avoid those. They are very deadly. The drifters in a lower mode are dangerous, but in this mode... Oh, okay, yeah, triple O on the first run, sure. What do I do with this? Well, I guess I'll kill it and show you guys how to deal with that. For one, make sure that your spawn point's set here. I didn't say that earlier. It should be because you got a car there, but that's a super necessary thing, is to go to that car station. Because if you die, you don't want to go away and have this triple O despawn from being too far. Come on, get the heck out of the boat. Ugh. Okay. Trying to get Triple O's attention here. Okay, so we want to try to take out Triple O solo if possible and leave the rest of the enemies alive, and the reason behind that is that there's 2 sets of enemies here. So there's a total of 4 badass witch doctors and 6 badass savages, but they'll only spawn up to 2 badass witch doctors at once and up to 3 savages. So if we kill Triple O, and only Triple O, one of the badass savages will just take his place. And by doing this, you can not have to repeat all the setup work until you've gotten at least 4 Triple O's, at which point, if you continue to farm, it would be less efficient. Okay, come on, leave me alone. Yeah. try to take Triple O out just on his own here. Let's see if we can get to a good spot.
Hold it right there.
He's resisting us, but
Gotcha.
go down. There's one wrong enemy.
Another clean.
Okay, there we go. We killed him. Try to see if we can see our drops here. And see, there's the badass savage that took his place. There's our Seraph. Looks like we did get an interfacer. Did we get a twister? I'm not seeing a twister on this one. That's not a shotgun. Okay, I think we can safely assume we didn't get a twister. We'll check with the car when we come back, but let's go ahead and head out. This guy's the only one being ranked at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and do what needs to be done to set up for another run. Well, yeah, I was really not expecting that Triple O on the first run. I figured I'd be able to spend like 5 runs just kind of showing off the different strats, and that would be it, but that was very quick. So we're going to go to our other car that we set up earlier, and the best thing to do here, you can just wait around for a while and they'll usually reset. But what I like to do is just pop a shot at an enemy, get their attention, because getting aggro from a set of these spawns really helps to make sure that these guys reset. So as you can see now, they're regular badass savages, they're not ultimate badasses, which means that they'll be able to re-rank and they will have a completely fresh chance to be Triple O. And like I said, you can continue to do this for a total of 4 Triple O's before this farm loses efficiency, because you'll only be left with 2 badass savages at that point. Here ranked them up. This one's tornadoing. I'll try to keep going to get just an example of a good time to knock one of these guys over, to explain what I was saying with that earlier. See this guy, he's all alone in his thing, so we're just going to let him rank up. So typically how you want to do this is when they're ultimate badasses, you want to be working your way back towards the travel at this point, because if they each get those things over their head like that, the red and white circles, that means they're not going to be Triple O. So then we go back. Yep, got their aggro. And teleport back. So because of this, you can pretty much repeat this cycle in between a minute and a half, depending on how quickly the witch doctors rank up. Uh-oh. You don't want to knock over the badass savages, because if they're on the floor when a witch doctor tries to rank them up, they'll not do anything. They'll just miss the rank up. Let me see if this guy's going to do it too. Yeah, see, he wants to do it too. So what we're going to do is we're going to knock him over. Now these are super badasses, and when he stands back up, he's going to go and rank them up as well. Now they're ultimate. If we had just let him do it, and this guy had not finished ranking them up yet, it would just eat it, and you'd have to sit around for an entire extra cycle. But using this method, you can typically get it done with just a spawn in and 1 set of tornadoes. So that's going to save you, 20, 30 seconds a run waiting on the tornadoes. And we can just get out of here, go back to the other location and repeat. And then one other thing, well, there's actually 2 other things really that I should probably talk about. For one thing, the 2 badass witch doctors, they're kind of strange. They're a little bit inconsistent. The reason is, well, actually, we don't really know the reason. But sometimes you'll notice, like, they don't spawn in right away, they'll spawn in a few seconds later. And sometimes just one of them will spawn. Sometimes the other one joins him partway through. Sometimes he just doesn't show up, and you go away and come back and it's fixed. I wish that there was a way to consistently spawn both of them, but it usually happens, and that's really the most important thing. Ooh, okay, I hope we did that quick enough. This is another thing that needs to be kept in mind is when you are, yeah, see, this guy's, I don't think he's going to rank him up now. If you're too late and you knock him over when he's already about to try to rank the enemies up, it just bypasses the rank up animation. Okay, here we go. We've got a drifter again. Let's deal with a drifter. So as you can see, the enemies can kind of take him out as well, but I like to just get out a B and a Lady Fist. Assume these are all ultis. Yeah, let's teleport away and come back. I want to try to get a little more footage of the boat strat if possible. Teleported to the wrong boat. Don't feel bad if that happens to you. It happens to everybody at least a couple of times. Okay, we got a fresh set of spawns. Let's see if we can get like a good, useful knock over one of the witch doctors for the video here. Okay, well, here's an example where only one witch doctor spawns. Like I was saying before, that could happen sometimes. And it's nothing to worry about. It just, I mean, unless you have a strong suspicion that you've gotten 3 of these guys killed somehow, which on UVHM shouldn't be very likely. I mean, you can even heal off these guys if you're continuing to use a speed build. Oh, there's the second. Yeah, he showed up late. One other thing that I hadn't mentioned so far is I would recommend not shooting at the witch doctors. If you want to drive close to them to make them try to spin up in a tornado, that's fine. But if you shoot at them, they can do their like staff moves at you, which not only will severely damage your boat. Ah, that was too late. I should have been there to hit them, but I'm just talking. It can severely damage your boat, but also it just wastes time because, you know, if they're attacking you, shooting shock orbs at you, or like the red health zap thing that they do, they're just not tornadoing, so they're not going to rank up the enemies. So, if your guys aren't respawning for you, and for some reason you can't get this set of spawns over here to spawn in, like me, you can just actually drive right over here where this fast travel is located, or the respawn point. And the respawn point will actually reset them as well. There's a lot of ways to reset these guys. And there's also a drifter over there. These drifters will spawn in every now and then. They're like I said, not too hard to deal with, but they can be a bit of an annoyance when you're trying to get all these enemies dealt with. Yeah, they need to be ranked up now because that one's dying. I don't know why he's slagged. They're not ranking up in that stupid fight. There we go. Okay, the drifter's dead. This guy's an ulti. Yeah, unfortunately the drifter runs are just going to be a little awkward. There's nothing much you can do about it. But we have all ultis at the moment, so we should know for sure whether we're going to get a triple O after this. Nope. Close. There we go. See, this would have been too close. He'd have finished up there and ranked him up, but now he should rank him up. Perfect. Okay. So that's how you save time with that. So yeah, I mean, that's gonna do it. That's pretty much all there is to the farm. Just, you know, teleport away, make sure you draw aggro, leave after you see the ultis do not rank up, knock these guys over in the boat when they're gonna rank the enemies out too close together. Just repeat. You should see one of these guys, I think with the farm times that we determined, that it kind of works out around a 50-minute O average, which is admittedly not great. It would be nice if there was an even better method, but it's far improved from the days of, if you go back and watch K6's old rare items video, he says tell your friends that they're booked for the next couple hours, maybe days. It won't take you days. You should be able to get one of these pretty consistently in a play session, assuming you're playing for at least like an hour and a half, 2 hours. You know, occasionally RNG will just screw you over. There's nothing you can do about that. But you can get yourself 1% chances at it every little over a minute, which is not terrible. It's comparable to farming a sham, really. So thanks everyone for watching, and I hope that this helps you guys get some triple O's. And if you were trying to figure out the Dexy method and couldn't find ways to do it consistently, or if you had heard about the boating strategy and just didn't really understand how the teleport strategy was supposed to work, how these enemies were supposed to get reset, maybe you missed the part about the having to aggro the enemies over there. That's happened a lot in the past, so I just hope that this video can clear that up and help everybody get some twisters, and now thanks to Justin, some interfacers. Oh, there's triple O. Hey-oh. I almost ended the recording. I was like, well, what if I get a triple of this run? Oh, that's a poor time for a drifter to spawn. Some more drops for me here. Oh, what did we get here? So we got another interfacer, practicable.
Nice.
Is that another Seraph or? No, that's an E-Tech. Okay. But I think I saw. Yes, I did. Here we go. Twister. Hunting Twister. Oh, cool. That time we got a double drop. So just show off, since I've been doing this for a little while, and this was from a different farm. And where's the? Here we go. Or no, that's the Hydra. Where's my Twister? Yeah, there it is. Cool.